Hello and welcome back to my channel, Lady T. My name is Nathalie. We are going to continue with Verne, The Shape of Fantasy. We just made it back in the past of one of the memories. Oh yeah, we can't jump. I keep forgetting that.
I need to break the rope.
And how did we do that again?
I need to break the rope.
Okay, we don't have anything yet. I thought we had collected something the other day. Oh! Is that elephant new? I think it is. Interesting. Of course we don't have the iMac yet. Because
But
we're in the past.
The island has changed. What happened?
Well, I think we're going to find out. Hopefully. I wish that we could run.
I need to break the lock.
Okay, we did read that last time. It hasn't changed, right?
There's a series of marks. It could be a calendar.
Yeah, we did see that. Okay, so there's an elephant. Elephants are cool. It's not a real life elephant. It didn't look like. We can't do anything with that yet.
But what the? An elephant and a balloon? What's going on here? They feel familiar.
Oh!
Maybe a dream.
From 85 weeks in a balloon. Jules Verne's first novel. On January 31st, 1863, Jules Verne saw his first novel published, 5 weeks in a balloon. The story describes a thrilling journey through the unexplored territories of Africa, led by the eccentric Dr. Samuel Ferguson, his faithful lackey Joe, and professional hunter Dick Kennedy. In order to find the sources of the Nile, these aeronauts decided to cross the continent, traveling in a balloon, named Victoria in honor of the Queen of England, whose innovative use of hydrogen allows it to make long journeys. The novel immediately became a great public and critical success. In part, this was due to the enormous interest for the African continent of the audience at the time, but also because of the mixture of imaginary travel and solid, for the time, scientific information. One of the most famous passages in the novel describes how an elephant tows the balloon to cross the mountain range known as the Mountains of the Moon. Thanks to this first success, Verne gained a financial security that would allow him to fulfill his dream of becoming a writer. He signed a contract with Père Jules Hetzel's publishing house, which was to publish the rest of his works for the next 40 years. It is worth noting as a curiosity that Verne had never ridden in a balloon when he wrote the book, and would not do so until years later. Interesting. I like that they put little things like this in the game. Oh, there are books now.
Edgar Allan Poe, Alexandre Dumas, Victor Hugo. Never heard these names before. How strange. They don't look like they have been dragged here by the sea. Where do they come from?
That's a good question.
What's going on here? Compagnie Parisienne de l'Électricité? That can't be. How does a streetlight get here?
Oh, there's a skull back there.
And this writing desk. Again, it's weirdly familiar.
A skull in the cloud back there. Strong man. Have you even eaten anything? Ooh, a knife!
That must be the light I saw. Wait a moment. There's something on the ground.
A machete!
The stick has a weird shape, almost like a key.
Take it? Take it.
What's this? A door. That wasn't here before. It's jammed. To activate the mechanism, I need the missing blocks. Could the petroglyphs be the answer?
Well, maybe.
That's not useful now.
Oh, isn't it? I think it's supposed to be down there.
I need something that can help me.
Investigate for petroglyphs. What were the petroglyphs again? Let's see if there is something here on this list. Oh, you mean these ones?
I need something that can help me.
Agreed. But I also don't want to miss anything by not backtracking. It would be wonderful if we could run. Oh, we can run. I forgot. If I even knew before.
It's destroyed. Fixing it will be difficult.
But you don't want to use the wood for anything? That's fine. Oh. I think I accidentally pushed something.
I need something that can help me.
Yes, sir. This was also in the demo, right? I think it was. Yeah, this part was still... Oh, what? Can you not? I think that this part still was.
I need something that can help me.
I thought you wanted to look at it.
I need something that can help me. It doesn't work.
Oh, hello. Can't we just... Isn't that something? Okay, so I think go back up.
I need something that can help me.
Yeah. We're good to go now. We're good to go. And I know it's not a horror game as yet, I'm afraid. Okay, that's... Oh, now we're controlling you. Okay. Okay, maybe... Oh, seriously, okay. Because I kind of want to see too if he left anything at the house. No? Okay.
I need something more to fix this footbridge. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Okay, so this is not the answer. I feel like we're missing something. Didn't we do that before? Yeah, great. Okay. I thought we had done that. I don't know what we did. But we didn't do what we needed to do. Good man. Luckily you have some skills.
I need something that can help me.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. A new item, petroglyph 4. Okay. That's good. But we didn't have any more of those stones. Oh, we do. So maybe I've just been an idiot. I've probably been an idiot. And we just need to use it. Have I been an idiot? I have been an idiot. A massive idiot. Oh, I remember going down there now in the first game. In the demo. And I don't recall having a very good time. It was fun, but I think there was some urgency to it.
Now I have all the blocks for the door.
Open the hill door, flame of imagination. Maybe it's the stages of a butterfly? It's one, yeah. Yeah, it is the stage of a butterfly. To open the door, set the cycle in order. Oh, like that, okay. I'm being stupid, aren't I? I don't know what the left one is. But I do know I kind of have to change you two around. Like the left and the... Yeah, no, I get that. Thank you. But I don't know what the left one is. Maybe start with that. So then we... Yeah, we need to get you over to the other side. Like, I get that. But I feel like all I can do is change them. Oh, okay.
Somebody wants me inside. What if it's a trap? Should I take the chance? However, I could probably find inside an explanation for what's going on. And of course, it's a much more solid shelter than a wood cabin.
And that is. And we do have to get in here. I mean, we're not going to make any progress by staying up top.
Holy Antikythera mechanism! What's this place? This hasn't been built by some castaway.
No, it has not. Okay, come on, Verne. Why can we go down here if there's an... Oh.
Runes? Something enigmatic they hold. This gallery could lead into the center of the Earth.
Yeah, I was just going to say you have a story about that too. Center of the Earth, Passion for Geology. Journey to the Center of the Earth was published in 1864 and immediately became a success. Professor Lidenbrock and his new nephew Axel discover a manuscript in which a 16th century alchemist describes the journey to the center of the Earth, starting in the crater of the Icelandic volcano, that name. Following his directions and a trail of runes engraved in stone, they travel through a fantastic subterranean kingdom, in which, among other amazing discoveries, they discover an inland sea the size of Europe, a battle between Jurassic creatures, and even an encounter with primitive hominids. Verne's exciting book was the product of a combination of his rich imagination and his knowledge of the latest geological discoveries of his time, as its pages reflect the work of renowned scientists of the time, such as Alcide d'Orbigny, paleontologist and president of the Geological Society of France, and Charles Saint-Clair Deville, volcanologist and founding member of the French metallurgical... These words, man. However, some theories that were considered valid at the time have now been refuted. The most obvious example is the theory that, after an eruption, volcanic conduits remained hollow and that, for this reason, a worldwide network of interconnected subterranean caverns was possible. Modern science has shown that these conduits are too small and clogged with solid rock, making them, unfortunately, impassable to humans. It was a good theory, though. I will give them that.
Ooh! I'm trapped. I hope there's another way out.
Probably not. We're probably going to die in here. Especially because she can't jump.
What's going on this island? The Life and Incredible Adventures of Robinson Crusoe by Daniel Defoe. Wait a moment. I remember that. I've read this book a dozen times. My God, the letters, the cabin. These are elements of that same story. Am I hallucinating?
Robinson Crusoe, a great inspiration. Robinson Crusoe, written by Daniel Defoe, was published on April 25th, 1790, and is considered the first English novel. Defoe wrote Robinson Crusoe in approximately 6 months when he was over 50 years old, and it was a phenomenon, becoming one of the book's most editions, translations, and knockoffs in history. Robinson Crusoe was passed off as a chronicle of real events. The stories of shipwrecked sailors were very popular at the time, and there are several names that could have served as inspiration for Defoe, among which stands out that of the buccaneer Alexander Selkirk, who, in 1704, preferred to stay on the uninhabited island of Masachira in the South Pacific, rather than continue aboard the Cinque Ports, which he considered too damaged to continue sailing. After 4 years and 4 months in solitude, he was rescued, safe and found by the Duke, another privateer ship. Upon his return to London, his story of survival made him a celebrity. In 1966, the island was renamed Robinson Crusoe's Island. Jules Verne was a great admirer of Defoe's Robinson, something that is evident in many of his works, such as The Mysterious Island of 1874, although in this case what leads the protagonists to the island of the title is not a shipwreck at sea, but the fall of a hot air balloon. In 1882 he published A School for Robinsons, in which he shipwrecked his characters on another island where they had to survive all kinds of dangers and threats, such as inclement weather, tribes of cannibals, and even wild animals, with the only help of an aborigine and their own hands. By the way, the full title of the work was The Life and Strange Surprising Adventures of Robinson Crusoe, of York mariner, who lived 28 years, all alone in an uninhabited island on the coast of America, near the mouth of the great river of Orinoco, having been cast on shore by shipwreck, wherein all the men perished but himself, with an account how he was at last strangely delivered by pirates, written by himself. That was the full title. That man did not know how to shorten it.
Wait a moment. There's a note here. What mystery is this? All the books have my name on them, but they're all blank. No titles.
From the Earth to the Moon, Around the World in 80 Days, my favorite one. The Green Ray, The Golden Volcano. Okay, I know I kind of understand. Oh, okay. And then the Green Ray and the Golden Volcano. Okay, that's the volcano.
Yes.
I can do something.
It's ancient Greek. The gift of Placeia will help you to change pieces of the world. Only if your imagination is as brilliant as her flame. What's this? It must be hundreds of years old. What?
It's the
Good
iMac.
Heavens! But what in the name of...
Go towards it.
But here again? What's going on? Did this artifact do it? What is this?
Put that thing right back where it came from. But they're not going to. It was like, do you remember?
Wait a moment. The description. The gift of Placeia will help you to change pieces of the world. But maybe I could fix that with this devilish artifact.
It's not devilish, is it?
Time has changed. What happened?
Well, I kind of needed you to deal with that.
Time has changed. What happened?
Okay, do we need the other one? I kind of feel like I want to grab that though, but we can't get to it.
Fortunately, stones resisted and kept withstanding.
No! Oh no! Oh, I hate this. This is what happened last time, and I don't care for it. I don't care for it. I don't care for it. Someone is really pissed that you're here, or that you grabbed that thing. Ugh.
This is a nightmare. I must run away from this island. Maybe I could fix the boat with this devilish artifact.
Let's see.
I'd rather face the dangers at sea than stay trapped in this madness.
This was the end of the game, right? Or of the demo. Oh, the barrel is gone.
What the hell is going on?
I don't know, but keep going. It's the Annabelle. Oh, maybe do something, yeah. Okay, pay attention. Woo! Flame of imagination complete. Not thanks to me.
Hours later, while I was drifting away, my head still boiled with questions. I could never imagine that my salvation would come in the form of the monster that destroyed my own ship. Scared to death, I discovered a new truth. It was a monster, yes, but made of steel.
Ooh. Oh, that was that what the one that attacked us in the first episode? Chapter 3, Aftermath of the Inevitable.
I could never imagine that my salvation would come in the form of the monster that destroyed my own ship.
What a tale! If I hadn't seen the iMag working with my own eyes, I would truly believe that you, as we doctors say, were as mad as a March hare.
Does something of this make any sense to you?
Not at all, but it's not me who has to find it. However, it's obvious that everything, your hallucinations, your amnesia, the books, even the island, draws lines that link your mind with the iMag.
Any clue of how we can fix that?
Have you considered that your status inside the Nautilus could be the reason for your, let's say, disconnection? It must be hard for you to live together with the ones responsible for the attack that sank your ship.
Months ago, I would have told you yes, and that I hated them for it. But I understood that war is war, and I must recognize, much to my regret, that the captain has opened for me the doors of an incredible world that without the Nautilus and his technology, I could never dream of reaching. Am I a prisoner? Well, there are much worse prisons out there.
We're all trapped inside the Nautilus one way or another, my friend. A similar dilemma afflicts myself since I began to be part of this crew. I consecrated my career to save lives, and now I'm a piece of a ruthless war machine. On the other hand, my cholera research is only possible thanks to Nemo's technology.
He's an extraordinary man, but fearful. His current condition is unsettling.
History will judge him as it will do with us, and whoever writes it will park us in the place he believes we deserve. Now, go to your quarters and get some sleep. Doctor's orders.
So he kind of was like, you have a mental illness. That's what he was trying to say, right? Like the stress is just doing this to you. Oh, hi.
Verne, I knew I'd find you here. How are you? What has the doctor said?
I'm fine. I just need some...
Oh, good. I'm afraid that it will have to wait.
What happens?
Officer, entry on please to the whole room immediately.
Ah, this never stops. Verne, I revised my notes. Maybe if we dig more into the ship that carried the chest and the compass, maybe we can find out another way to open it. Just in case the iMag doesn't work anymore.
Not a bad idea.
Officer, entry please to the whole room now.
Oh, bloody... Oh, do me a favor. The captain keeps a very detailed record of the Greek ship's history. Please, take a look. See what you can find.
Okay.
I'm coming! Search into the closet. Look for the log.
I'll go into the closet.
Don't envy her job, that's for sure.
Okay. So they kind of holding me prisoner here then.
Thank God. The elevators are still working.
Where do we have to go again? Okay, I kind of need to see the map. You are here and we need to go to... I literally have no idea where we have to go.
Mr. Verne, don't come any closer.
The lab was not it. Where? Where? The bunks is not going to be it. Where did we came from with that guy?
That's all the records we have about the Scylla, the Greek ship. But these are the same papers that... Oh, wait, And what does this mean? This note. Important info in audio cylinders 399, 244, and 219.
Where?
Sub-Lieutenant Ned Land speaking. Documentation record regarding the Ancestors Island. This is the place in which everything tells us that the flame of Hephaestus lies in. It's not only protected by those so-called ancestors, but also it's located at the center of a magnetic anomalies area that drives navigation devices mad. And to make matters worse, the island is also surrounded by huge currents and fog banks, making it virtually unreachable.
Who's this Ned Land? I can't recall that name in the crew.
Sub-Lieutenant Ned Land speaking. Documentation record regarding the Compass of Destiny. According to our research, this compass, crafted with a mineral only found in the Ancestors Island, always points to it, as if it was its own north. This, combined with a coordinate system, was used by the few ships that still traded with the island.
Nothing new, but what happened to this officer?
That's a good question.
I still have some stuff to do.
Is it in here, maybe?
Sub-Lieutenant Ned Land speaking. Documentation record regarding the flame of Hephaestus. In historical records and legends, it is told that the Atlantean people found in the Ancestors Island an amazing energy, which they called the Flame of Hephaestus. Its implementation allowed them, in a few years, to develop unimaginable technology. It moved their ships and the gigantic machinery that built their city and harvested large crops. They also created a system of extraction.
Extraction of what?
I must record this here. Today, I have found something that... it may change it all. I was with the communication system, routine maintenance, when I locked on a very strange signal. It sounded almost like a voice, but it was only noise. But, oh God, Captain has replied, and they've been talking like he understood that horrible sound. It seemed like they were talking about picking up a load at a certain point of the Indian Ocean, and the captain was constantly repeating a name. Verne.
Oh.
I haven't recognized the other voice, but I can't believe it. Nemo is not a traitor. I must confirm this before saying anything. We are about to dock at the secret base. If there's any evidence against Nemo, it will be there, in his office. I hope that they don't catch me, and that I'm wrong too.
What? What have I just heard? Was Nemo waiting for me in the middle of the sea?
Aftermath Part 2 complete.
My brothers, I know you are afflicted. Shame fell on us because we failed in our mission of capturing terrorist Nemo. I know, because I felt the same dishonor. But I have had an epiphany.
Uh-huh.
We didn't suffer a defeat.
Oh.
Fate revealed our true mission in front of our eyes.
Did it now?
The artifact is a prodigy that can change destiny. We have been spending our lives under the boot of politicians and bureaucrats of the curie of the nation, those who just exist to fill their bellies at the expense of our blood. I say, let's take the artifact and forge a new world based on order and purity.
That sounds like a terrorist.
Are you with me, brothers?
I don't think that this is what you're supposed to be doing. Sheesh, maar who are the real terrorists now?
Those days, my sanity felt like walking on a glass floor. I discovered that no one in the crew had ever heard talk about Officer Ned Land. If that was not enough, the recordings disappeared and left me with no other evidence of it than my damaged memory. Somebody was pulling the strings of my fate. What did they want from me? I had to find out before it was too late. I could just follow Ned Land's advice. Search into Nemo's office and bring the truth to light.
Yeah.
Whatever it was.
That sounds like a good idea. That's what it is. Chapter 4, In the Entrails of the Mystery. March 30th, 1888.
I must leave my plans for breaking into Nemo's office for later. The captain and Edriel want to meet me.
Of course they do. Hidden
It's
truth.
not the time to go back to the Nautilus. I still have things to do here.
Well, I didn't know where they were, though, did I?
My first trip outside, and it's inside of a dormant volcano in the middle of the ocean. I have to admit that Nemo has a talent for mise-en-scène.
Does he now? Maybe he was told to go here.
An old diver helmet from the first missions of the Nautilus. I've only seen them on paper. They look so much more rudimentary. I'm glad I have learned diving with the new ones.
Mr. Verne!
What
Hi.
obscure sea law have I transgressed now, Officer Turner?
More than one, probably, but I don't want to talk about that, sir. I didn't have the time to show my gratitude for saving us from the nation. When we rescued you, I thought you were a spy. If it were up to me, I would have returned you to that boat and let the sea judge you.
Oh,
Great.
I'm glad you weren't the one who decided my fate.
But look what you have achieved with the captain. Solved Placea's temple puzzles, found the compass of destiny, saving us from the Raven himself. It feels like centuries ago since you came from that island. I'm glad that you're aboard, sir.
Oh, thank you.
Well, thank you. Each day it's harder to recall my past life.
That's something we all share in here. Captain Nemo slowly absorbs our lives and blends them inside the Nautilus's steel.
Do you know where the captain is? I must see him. But I don't know this prodigious hideout.
The captain and Edriel are in the meeting room. Go to the elevator, second floor on the left.
I keep thinking about Officer Ned Land.
Mr. Verne, for the last time, stop chasing ghosts. Perhaps you should visit the doctor again. There's never been a crew member called Ned Land.
That's weird.
You may now leave, Mr. Verne. I have a lot of things to do. The captain and Edriel passed by here not too long ago. Go to the elevator, second floor on the left.
Thank you, officer.
Will do. When I feel like it.
I must admit that cans of algae mix are delicious. But if someday I leave the Nautilus, it will take a long time until I eat something from the sea again.
If you will ever eat again. Bold of you to assume we're going to make it out of here alive. Let's do anything but what we're supposed to do.
Nemo and safety hatches. It must reach the lower floor.
I don't mind getting down
These
there.
are the results of cholera vaccine tests. Seems that with the algae we harvested underwater, Dr. Cedric is making major advances.
Good for Dr. Cedric.
It looks like a piece of a diary from the builders of the base.
Well, let's have at it. The Volcano Exploration Report, August 3rd, 1850. 12:27 p.m. Before us opens a deep hollow. It is the rugged mouth of the crater by which the eruptive liquid matter has escaped at the periods when the volcano was still in activity. Hardened lava encrusted scoria form a sort of natural staircase of larger steps, which will greatly facilitate the ascent to the summit of the mountain. As to the volcano itself, it cannot be doubted that it is completely extinct. No smoke escapes from its sides, not a flame can be seen in the dark hollows, not a roar, not a mutter, no trembling even issues from this block well, which perhaps reaches far into the bowels of the earth. The atmosphere inside the crater is filled with no sulphurous vapor. It is more than the sleep of a volcano. It is complete extinction. I'm sure it will be fine. New site, the mysterious land.
These are the results of cholera vaccine tests.
Yeah, sorry.
Doctors.
I am probably
Nemo and
not going to find any of them. I'm not good at doing this the first time around. Getting everything, I mean. We're saving. Another hatch.
I must find some information before leaving.
Agreed. Okay, so there's nothing to get here? Not yet, anyway.
May I help you? It seems you have problems with whatever that is.
It's an Illumian. Towers that distribute blue blood through the decks of the Nautilus. No, you can't help me. But thanks anyway.
It's
You're
okay.
welcome.
I'll leave you working.
The H capsule's ready.
Hi.
Verne! About time.
I am sorry. It's my first time here. What do you want from me?
Are the H capsules ready?
Not completely. We still have to fit some details. But I'm sure that we will be able to gather the energy from the flame of Hephaestus and contain it to take it wherever it's most needed.
You must be extremely careful.
Yes, I know the story. It was the source of the power of the Atlantean Empire, and also of its ominous destruction. You've told me that a dozen times.
You must make sure that they will be ready when we dock at the Ancestors' Island.
How much time will it take to the island?
I don't know yet. Once we open the chest and the compass of destiny is installed in the Nautilus, we will know the route.
If we get first to the island, the nation will not be able to follow us, right?
Without the compass of destiny, it's impossible to get there.
And what will happen if the iMac doesn't work anymore? How will we open the chest? I haven't found anything in the Scylla's log that could help us.
The iMag will work! I am sick of waiting!
Captain, your idea of using the blue blood to reactivate the iMag is unfounded. The reaction could end with all of us being...
Enough! I don't want to hear you anymore! I'm fed up with you, with Cedric, with Verne. We must take radical action if we want to end the terror that is devastating the world!
Please, Captain, calm down. You are not like this.
I will not hear you, not even for a second! I am going to prepare the blue blood. If you aren't at the upper floor safe room in 10 minutes, I will go and look personally for you wherever you are. It's the last lift. I give you my personal card.
Yes, best.
Adriel, what do we do? It's not very wise using...
Mr. Verne, the captain has given you an order. There's nothing more to be said.
I hope we don't blow up.
I'm
Agreed.
more worried about the flame of Hephaestus. I need you to analyze the only map of Ancestors' Island to find the safest way to the flame.
But this map is...
Do it, Verne. I must go back to the Nautilus. Don't keep the captain waiting.
Oh, I am going to keep them waiting because there are things I have to find.
But this map is weird.
Okay, well, we don't use that then.
Weird. Obviously, it's closed. If I could get an access card... It doesn't work.
Ah, that sucks. Oh, wait.
A miniature of one of the Nautilus's rejected designs. In the end, he made the ship much more... aggressive.
The Nautilus, sailing Jules Verne's dreams. The submarine of 20,000 leagues under the seas is one of the most iconic settings and vehicles in all of world literature. Before the novel's release in 1870, submarines were small, dangerous vessels, such as the famous Tortuga, the first military submarine used in the American Civil War in 1775. Electricity was then almost magical, and Nemo had tamed it to light, cook and propel his boat, describes Professor Aronnax, the protagonist of the novel. At a time when most people still lit their homes with whale oil, Verne dazzled the imagination of the public, creating something that no one had ever been able to imagine before: a huge submarine powered by electricity, capable of moving faster than warships and, above all, with the ability to dive into the deepest waters. But all this technical marvel, civilized and cultured with a huge library, lounges, a pipe organ and all kinds of luxuries, had a dark side. It was a dangerous weapon. The seas were no longer safe. If an unseen danger could rise from the depths and split ships in two. Moreover, under the iron rule of Captain Nemo, the Nautilus was a golden prison, not only for the protagonists of the novel, but also for the entire crew that accompanied him, because once aboard the ship, they never set a foot on dry land again. 20 years after the publication of 20,000 Leagues Under the Seas, humanity caught up with Verne's imagination, and in 1888, the first electric submarine was launched, the Peril, designed by Spanish engineer Isaac Peril. But thanks to his envious superiors in the Navy, this revolutionary device had an incomprehensibly short life. I don't think you can really write a book like that anymore.
Wait a moment. There's a note here. It's from land. At last, I found the way to break into Nemo's office. These stains, it's like they hide something written or drawn.
Okay. Find a magnifying glass to discover clues in the note. Oh, he's going to hate me.
I need something that can help me.
I thought that was a magnifying glass, but it's fine.
I've told you before. Don't.
Okay, then I won't. Just thought that you might have some stuff, but apparently you don't. Oh, it was already open. Why do I keep doing this?
Nemo and... These are the results. Dr. Cedric... I must admit that it was...
Nothing else.
Mr. Verne, I have a lot of things to do, and you shouldn't keep the captain waiting.
I will do as I damn well please. I feel like we're missing something. Okay, so it's probably somewhere higher up. I'm surprised that we can't use his personal card to get on the deck or to his private quarters. Like, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Obviously, it's closed. If I could get an access card. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. But this map is weird. That's not useful now.
There we go. Find a secret clue.
If I get the blue lens, I'm sure that I will be able to read whatever is written here. Officer Land must have used these same lenses to write hidden messages on the map.
Search for the missing blue lens.
I'm looking for a blue lens that's missing of the loop at the map's table. Any idea of where it might be?
Doc often uses it to cook his medicines. Did you look in the sick bay?
Thank you.
Why would you use that?
I must find the blue lens first.
Great. Nothing new, nothing new. Place the lens in the magnifying glass. We will do that. Just surprised that we haven't found any of the other two things that we need to find as the extra mission.
I must hurry with the blue lens. That's not useful now.
It is.
These are numbers and access card combinations. I can forge one with the tools available at Akos's workplace. I had to take note of these codes. Yes!
Okay, you have done that, right? Create an access card. I'm trying to walk in the inventory. Okay?
That's not useful now.
The Netland code. It's going to be awful, isn't it? I'm not going to get that.
I need something that can help me.
Oh god. Right?
Yes!
Enter the captain's office. Sure, you won't mind.
I need something that can help me.
Yes, sorry.
I've never seen Nemo with a turban. He's always in uniform.
Does he have the Mona Lisa?
Personal memories. Wait. Here there are notes with the name Edriel on them.
Read that. Meeting Edriel from Captain Nemo's diary. Mako, March 12, 1856. Now that construction work is underway on the Nautilus, I have time to reconstruct the diaries that the nation destroyed after I was arrested. Today I want to record the events that transpired on June 27, 1851. At that time, the war had brought me to the only village on Dongyu Island in the China Sea on a mission to train new recruits for the resistance. The desire to avenge the death of my beloved wife and daughter spurred me on. That day, news reached me that a Western woman had arrived on the island. Tired of spending the day surrounded by recruits, I went to see who she was. I found her in the living room. There was something about her that struck my soul instantly, not in a romantic way, but a kind of connection. We struck up a conversation naturally, like lifelong friends. When I tried to elicit from her what she was doing on that lost island, she replied that she was making a stopover to get to Shanghai, but nothing more. As we said goodbye, she told me her name, Adriel. During the days of waiting, we took walks, shared meals, and had very interesting conversations in which we imagined what the depths of the oceans could offer to humanity, and how this could change the world. I was amazed by the depth of her knowledge and the wisdom that belied her age. To my surprise, she also revealed herself to be an expert on Atlantis. One of those evenings, at the end of the summer and after a particularly long conversation, I found myself overflowing with imagination and the first image of an underwater vehicle. powered by the latest generation of engines and absolutely self-sufficient, came into my head. A device that would allow me to dive into the sea and leave the war behind. A whole new world, just for me. The next morning, August 24th, as I went on to our usual morning appointment with the first sketches of Nautilus in my hands, I discovered that Adriel had left, aboard the freighter she had been waiting for. I was sorry not to be able to say goodbye. I had always been certain that I would never see her again. I was wrong. Whenever we come for supplies at the main market in Macau, I always have tea at the stall of Mani, a former artilleryman I met at the Battle of Okinawa. This morning she was serving it to me with a toothless smile, so dear to me, when I heard a familiar and almost forgotten voice. "Captain, I hear you are building the Nautilus. Is there room for me in your crew?" I turned, and there she was, just as I remembered her. She was one of us. It does feel like you have a thing for her.
This bookcase is hiding something.
Because it's a case? Based on what? Oh yeah, 5 and 2. Okay, number 5, row U. Okay, and then row 2, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Row number 2. 3, number 3. 4, 5. And then the last one was 3, 3.
Yes!
Yes.
My headaches don't stop even for a minute. I believe my body rejects the ideas that lately boil inside my mind. I've conceived a god-awful plan to give the world a second chance. The war and the nation are going to end the future. Project H, as repugnant as it may sound, is the only way out for mankind. I am aware that if we take the flame and activate the aerial torpedoes, thousands of innocents will die, and I will have to carry on in my conscience with their deaths. But after the tragedy, a new and fairer world will thrive from it. I hope that will ease my pain. Just like...
It's cut off, but it can't be. His true objective is using my capsules to bomb the nation with the flame of Hephaestus. He wants to unleash a genocide. Oh my God, what am I going to do? I must stop him. But how?
Captain Nemo, captain of the Nautilus. The only certainty about the past of one of the most famous resistance leaders is that his wife and daughter were killed during the nation's invasion of the English Raj. His name rose to fame when, at the command of a small rebel group and against all odds, he thwarted in one blow the plans of the nation to conquer India. After that first victory, he travelled around the world organizing resistance cells and thus complicating in the nation's advances. During those years, he realized that, no matter how much military strategy the resistance developed, without modern technology they could never win the war. Thus it was that the seed of what was to become the Nautilus was planted in his head one night in the China Sea. Unfortunately, his plans were interrupted in 1852, when he was captured by the nation's spies and imprisoned in Hamura's most terrible penitentiary institution, the Terror. The warden was an ambitious officer known as Bloody Raven, who spared no hunger, labor and torture to succeed in breaking Nemo, but to no avail. With patience and the help of those who would later join the crew of the Nautilus on August 15, 1855, Captain Nemo led an escape that not only won his freedom, but also the destruction of the mine prison. Such an affront would not be forgotten by the Bloody Raven. After escaping, Nemo resumed the construction of the Nautilus and, a year later, set sail. Fed up with war and human cruelty, he debated whether to hide in the sea and immerse himself forever in its mysteries, or devote himself body and soul to the resistance. However, it was the sea that solved this dilemma, because in some underwater ruins he found the first clue to what could be the key to put an end to the nation forever, the flame of Hephaestus. Since then, Captain Nemo has poured all his efforts into finding it. There is nothing that can distract him from his goal, no cracks in his way of seeing the world and planning his actions. He is without a doubt one of the most intelligent and cultured people in Hemera, and therefore also one of the most dangerous. I still don't feel like he is going to be the issue here.
A record of every member of the Nautilus crew since it was built. Here, no doubt, I will find information about Officer Land. But there's nothing here about any Ned Land. That can't be. Maybe it's been manipulated. No, it certainly doesn't seem to. Am I really losing my mind?
Maybe it's just that someone is used...
And reach the safe room before the captain comes after me.
But we haven't found the other two things yet. We can't make more cards now, we can't. But we don't have a timer. Just want to see, can we enter this now? Well, I don't know where to find the other two things. But we're not going to stay here forever just because of that.
I need something that can help me.
Sorry.
About time, damn it.
Maybe I could catch him by surprise. Put him down. No. Impossible. Look at these hands. He could rip out my head with them. And then the crew is here. No. It's not the time. I must wait. Sorry, Captain. I got lost.
Give me the iMag. Here, I have a blue blood concentrated sample from the Nautilus. I am convinced that when it comes into contact with the small flame of Hephaestus that makes the iMag work, it will reactivate it.
How did you jump into that theory?
Excuse me?
Your theory. By which evidence is it supported?
I simply know it. I've spent the last years studying the flame. It will work. Give me the iMag.
No. Edriel thinks it could kill us all.
Verne, I am giving you an order. Surrender the iMag.
I don't have to take your orders. I'm not one of the crew.
You are alive thanks to me. Give it to me.
Captain, with all due respects, are you all right? For a few days now, I've noticed that your behavior is getting more erratic.
How dare you! I should throw you overboard for suggesting that... Sorry, Verne. I didn't mean... I am a bit upset. Yes,
a bit.
But I can't avoid it. We are about to achieve our target and anything can go wrong.
If everything comes out right, you will have in your hands an unimaginable power. Due to your condition, do you think it's wise to...
Wow, what a human thing to say, Verne. How understanding of you. Do you want me to surrender the control over the flame? Who to? Somebody more centered? Somebody like you, with your hallucinations?
No,
Yes,
definitely no.
I have my unresolved issues, but at least I have regard for human life.
The nation has found us. God damn it! I must prepare the evacuation. We need to carry the blue blood with us. Adriel thinks it's vital to find the flame. Take it to the Nautilus, but be careful. It's highly unstable. Use the chemical compounds on the table to stabilize it.
But
this card will give you access to the emergency hatches and all the doors. When the blood is stabilized, run to the Nautilus.
Ooh, here's a gun. Raven's... Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to. Oh, sorry, wrong one. What? Oh, now I realize what we're doing. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. We did it. Not because I'm smart, but we did it. Verne and energy. The importance of energy in his novels. Jules Verne, based on his scientific and technical knowledge of his time, wondered in many of his works what sources of energy could power the amazing machines he imagined. For him, the development of any civilization was only possible by the means of the energy available to it. For example, in the Black Indies, 1877, the story of the Dockard coal well, exploited and then closed down, serves to express his fears about coal as a source of energy. Coal will fail one day, that is certain. A forced shutdown will be imposed on the machinery of the whole world if some new fuel is not found to replace it. In the same novel, a subterranean town appears, illuminated by suspended discs that work by electromagnetism. In 1930, the engineer Georges Claude built the first tidal power plant, recognizing as a source of inspiration a phrase told by Captain Nemo that appears in 20,000 Leagues Under the Seas, the first to be written on the subject. By creating a circuit between two cables submerged at different depths, it should be possible to obtain electricity from the difference in temperature to which they would have been exposed. But one of Verne's most prophetic visions appeared in the mysterious island of 1875. I believe that one day water will be a fuel, that the hydrogen and oxygen that constitute it, used alone or together, will provide an inexhaustible source of energy and light, with an intensity that coal cannot. That since coal reserves will be exhausted, we will be heated by water. Water will be the coal of the future. He's interesting. Almost like,
I need something that can help me.
almost like, Da Vinci. With the way he seems to know about certain stuff that are going to happen, just like The Simpsons.
Soldiers. I must hide.
The Echo Guard, the nation's elite corps. The nation's army is the most fearsome in all of Hamera, both for its fierceness and its cutting-edge technology. Over the years it has fought multiple wars, crushing everything in its path. Amongst all its units, the Echo Guard stands out, a team of special forces, created and led with an iron fist by the fierce and bloody Raven. Their name, according to their own tradition, comes from the fact that they consider themselves to be the echo that follows the croaking of the Raven. This elite guard is responsible for the security of the Curia and for carrying out the most important actions, such as the invasion of the Jaw Peninsula in the Dragon Sea, where faced with the fierce resistance presented by the inhabitants of the city of Psycho, they chose to exterminate any trace of life using mustard gas. This corps can only be accessed by those who survive a ferocious training. Such is the brainwashing to which they are subjected during this period, that the chosen ones, in addition to leaving transformed into killing machines, worship the Bloody Raven as if he was a god of war. There are two types of units: Echoes, the infantry troop, and Pyromantics, shock troops, specialists in explosives and attached to their flamethrowers like a rider to his horse. Is he going to come back? Yeah, that was death. We will do this in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching and I hope to see you then. Have a lovely day. Goodbye.